In 1950, millions of Americans carried sandwiches to factories, rail yards, coal mines, and construction sites that most people under 30 have never even heard of. Some were once sold in nearly every diner in the country. Others fed entire regions through wars, depressions, and industrial booms. Then drive-thrus arrived. Chains standardized the menu, and America forgot them. By the end of this video, you'll understand the lost sandwiches that helped build modern America, and why so many disappeared. Before protein bars, there was the bean sandwich. During the Great Depression, mashed baked beans spread onto thick slices of bread became a survival food across much of America. Sweet, filling, cheap. A single can of beans could feed multiple children for days. Workers carried them to WPA projects. Children carried them to schoolyards. Nobody bragged about eating bean sandwiches. That was the point. When prosperity returned after World War II, Americans wanted steaks, burgers, and abundance. The bean sandwich became a reminder of harder times, and many families quietly stopped making it. But while some sandwiches were built from scarcity, others came from pure community. For nearly half a century, this sandwich appeared at church socials, bridge clubs, weddings, and funeral receptions across America. Cream cheese, chopped green olives, soft white bread. The creamy richness of the cheese balanced perfectly against the salty bite of the olives. What most people don't realize is that this wasn't considered old-fashioned at the time. It was sophisticated. Serving neatly trimmed tea sandwiches signaled hospitality and refinement. Then casual dining took over, national chains expanded, and regional recipes slowly disappeared from public life. But nowhere did American practicality show itself more clearly than in the next sandwich. The fried bologna sandwich was working-class America in edible form. A thick slice of bologna hit a hot skillet. The edges curled, the center blistered. Mustard went on the bread. Sometimes cheese followed. For factory workers across Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana, it wasn't a novelty. It was dinner. But bologna eventually became a joke, a symbol of cheap food. What people forgot is that properly fried bologna develops crispy edges, smoky flavor, and surprising richness. The sandwich didn't disappear because it tasted bad. It disappeared because Americans started associating affordability with inferiority. And that happened to a lot of great sandwiches, including one that once fueled the nation's waterfronts. Long before tuna dominated grocery stores, sardines ruled the lunch pail. Dock workers opened tins of sardines and laid them directly onto rye bread. Add onion. Add lemon. Lunch was finished. The fish oil soaked into the bread and created an intensely savory meal packed with protein. Then, American tastes changed. Consumers wanted milder fish, cleaner packaging, less evidence that seafood came from an actual animal. Tuna replaced sardines almost everywhere. Not because it was better, because it was easier. And convenience was becoming America's favorite ingredient. Most people know the Western omelet. Almost nobody remembers the Western sandwich. Eggs, diced ham, onions, and green peppers packed between slices of toast. Simple. Portable. Its exact origin is debated. Cattle drivers, Chinese railroad cooks, and Denver restaurateurs all have claims. But wherever it began, it spread fast. As breakfast chains expanded, something strange happened. The sandwich became an omelet. The filling survived. The original format didn't. An entire piece of American food history quietly changed shape. But another regional sandwich never even got the chance to become national. Every Lent, Italian-American neighborhoods, especially in Chicago, came alive with pepper and egg sandwiches. Sweet green peppers fried slowly in olive oil, soft scrambled eggs folded in, crusty Italian bread holding everything together. The texture was silky, the flavor surprisingly rich despite containing almost no meat. This wasn't poverty food. It was tradition. Many families ate it every year for generations. Outside Italian-American communities, however, most Americans never encountered it. And when neighborhood food cultures began shrinking, so did the sandwich's visibility. But the next sandwich once dominated the American South. Sharp cheddar, pimentos, mayonnaise, mixed by hand and spread thick onto soft bread. That combination became known as the caviar of the South. For decades, pimento cheese sandwiches appeared at church gatherings, picnics, golf tournaments, and family reunions. Every household claimed its recipe was the best. The sandwich never completely vanished, but mass-produced versions replaced homemade ones. And many younger Americans have never tasted the original, which is a recurring theme in American food history. Sometimes recipes survive. The craftsmanship doesn't. The hot brown was born in 1926 when Chef Fred Schmidt at the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky, needed something better than ham and eggs for guests arriving hungry after a night of dancing. His answer, an open-faced turkey sandwich covered in Mornay sauce, bacon, and tomato, then broiled until bubbling. Unlike most sandwiches, this one required a knife and fork. Hotels served it late at night after dances and social events. Guests loved it. But fast food changed expectations. People wanted meals they could carry. The hot brown demanded patience, preparation, real cooking. Outside Kentucky, it gradually faded from view. Which brings us to a sandwich that disappeared largely because people became squeamish. For generations, beef tongue was a deli staple. Brined, slow-cooked, sliced thin, stacked high on rye bread with spicy mustard. The meat was remarkably tender, almost silky, deeply beefy. Many deli regulars preferred it to pastrami. Then cultural attitudes shifted. Americans became less comfortable eating parts of animals they could identify. The word tongue itself became a marketing problem. The sandwich didn't become less delicious. People simply stopped ordering it. And once demand disappeared, so did much of the tradition surrounding it. But if tongue sounds unusual, the next sandwich is on an entirely different level. The fried brain sandwich once thrived across the Midwest, especially around St. Louis and southern Indiana. Calf brains were breaded, fried, and placed on rye bread or hamburger buns with mustard and onions. The interior was creamy, the exterior crispy. For decades, workers ate them without hesitation. Then the 1980s arrived. Stockyard closures reduced the supply of affordable offal across the Midwest. Changing consumer tastes did the rest. And in the late 1990s and early 2000s, health scares surrounding mad cow disease accelerated everything. The USDA eventually banned selling brains from cattle over 30 months old. Most restaurants abandoned the sandwich entirely, a century-old tradition nearly erased within a single generation. But another sandwich disappeared for a much sweeter reason. The sandwich itself dates back to World War I, when a Massachusetts woman named Emma Curtis published a recipe pairing peanut butter with marshmallow creme, calling it the Liberty Sandwich because wheat was scarce and this was survival food. The name Fluffernutter came much later, coined by a marketing agency in 1960 to sell marshmallow fluff to a new generation of children. And it worked. For decades, it was a lunchbox staple across New England. Then, nutrition culture arrived. Schools began scrutinizing sugar. Parents searched for healthier alternatives. And a sandwich that once defined an entire region slowly faded from everyday life. Yet even that isn't the most forgotten lunch America ever embraced. The meatloaf sandwich solved a problem every household understood. What do you do with leftovers? Slice yesterday's meatloaf, put it between bread, add ketchup, done. Cold meatloaf held together perfectly. The seasoning developed overnight. The sandwich traveled well. Workers carried them to factories. Children found them in lunch bags. Families wasted nothing. Then fast food introduced something revolutionary: hot meals on demand. Why eat yesterday's dinner when a fresh burger cost less than $1? That question transformed American lunches forever, and it left one final sandwich behind. For much of the 20th century, the egg salad sandwich was everywhere. Drugstores, bus stations, hospital cafeterias, lunch counters. Hard-boiled eggs mashed with mayonnaise, salt, and pepper spread onto soft bread. Nothing flashy, nothing expensive, just consistency. But egg salad depended on an entire ecosystem that no longer exists. Local lunch counters, fresh daily preparation, neighborhood diners. When those places disappeared, the sandwich lost its natural habitat. Pre-packaged versions survived. The original experience largely didn't. And that's the story of almost every sandwich on this list. Not because they stopped tasting good, but because somewhere along the way, speed became more valuable than tradition, and millions of people forgot that a sandwich could be part of a culture instead of just a meal.